Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, both Bitcoin dominance and the Bitcoin price are running into significant resistance, while Ethereum is now playing out a new bearish divergence, which I'll talk about later in the video, so definitely stick around. First of all, starting off on the daily Bitcoin chart, and as I just mentioned in the intro of this video, and as I also mentioned in my last video, right now the price of Bitcoin is running into this important range of resistance, which is coming into play in between 28,000 going up towards 29,500. And this area of resistance is based on significant support that we saw throughout 2021 and also heading into 2022. So obviously, over the last few years, this has already proven to be an important price range on the chart, which once again is now acting as resistance. And as I also explained in my last video, it's unlikely that we will see a breakout straight to the upside on the first attempt. What is a more likely scenario is we actually see either a bit of a rejection or at least a consolidation before then breaking out later on. Because in case you're new to all of this, that is usually what happens when the price runs into significant resistance. We usually end up seeing at least one, sometimes multiple rejections before eventually we see a breakout to the upside, like what we saw above that 25k resistance just here. So even though we are obviously still trending in the bullish direction, just keep in mind it is unlikely we will see a breakout to the upside above this resistance on the first attempt, and instead it's likely going to take a little bit more time before eventually we break out later on. And as for support on the daily time frame, I would mostly be watching this previous range of resistance, which should now be acting as support, coming into play in between 24.3k to 25.2k. And now if you're zooming into the shorter term, this right here is the 4-hour Bitcoin to US dollar chart, and right now a new bearish divergence is forming because obviously we are seeing higher highs in the price and lower highs in the 4-hour Bitcoin RSI. And so this just means that we're due to see reduced bullish momentum in the shorter term. Usually these bearish divergences on the 4-hour time frame last for around 1 to 2 days on average. So it's likely that over the next 1 day or so, we're most likely either going to see some choppy sideways price action or a slight pullback in the Bitcoin price. But it is important to mention that this is of course only in the shorter term, and this does not actually change the larger trends that we are in right now. And now if you take a look at the Bitcoin dominance on the weekly time frame, we can see that right now the Bitcoin dominance is entering into an important area of resistance, which is coming into play in between 47.5% going up towards around 48.5%. So basically around 48% approximately is important resistance for the Bitcoin dominance based on the last 2 years worth of history. And now if history were to repeat, so if we were to see another pullback or another rejection from this area of resistance, then in that case a pullback in the Bitcoin dominance would be a good thing for the altcoin market. Not so good for Bitcoin, because essentially if the Bitcoin dominance starts pulling back, that would mean that Bitcoin would be underperforming against the rest of the crypto market, and the altcoins would basically be outperforming Bitcoin. But obviously right now, despite the Bitcoin dominance now running into this resistance, this has not yet changed the bullish trend. So keep in mind, we are still trending in the bullish direction. We have not yet confirmed any rejection or bearish reversal as of right now, but just keep in mind, we are running into this resistance, which means soon we could be getting close to a possible rejection or pullback, but that hasn't been confirmed right now. But what has been confirmed for Ethereum is a 3-day candle close above this important line of resistance, because over the last 1 day, we've finally seen a new 3-day candle close, and of course, this new 3-day candle close closed above 1680, which is where this resistance was sitting at. And so right now, this is one confirmation for the breakout above this resistance, which is obviously a strong bull bullish signal here on the 3-day time frame, telling us that we are now reversing into more of a bullish trend on the larger time frames. But if you're taking a look at the daily ETH to US dollar chart right now, the price of ETH is struggling at this area of resistance, sitting in between 1770 to 1.8k, and we have not yet seen a confirmed breakout above 1.8k because we haven't even seen a daily candle close above 1.8k, at least as of right now, making this still an important area of resistance to pay attention to. And now if we do end up seeing a confirmed breakout above 1.8k, then in that case the next significant resistance here on the daily time frame would be sitting closer towards $2,000, but for now 1.8k is the main focus when it comes to resistance. And as for support, if we see a further rejection from this 1.8k resistance, then in that case I would expect a lot of support at around 1650 to 1.7k, which was previous resistance and should now be acting as new support. And obviously the trend as of right now is still clearly a bullish trend here on the daily time frame, especially because we recently broke above 1.7k. That was a bullish signal, and obviously breaking out above this resistance on the 3-day time frame is a bullish signal. But just keep in mind, it's not going to be straight to the upside. We're going to see some pullbacks and corrections along the way, and of course we still have further resistance to pay attention to. And something else to pay attention to in the shorter term here on the 4-hour time frame is an active bearish divergence playing out right now for the price of ETH, because clearly, as you can see here, we have confirmed higher highs in the price action while confirming lower highs in the 4-hour Ethereum RSI, which basically shows a loss in bullish momentum in the shorter term. And so over the next 1 to 2 days or so, we're most likely going to see either choppy sideways price action or a bit of a slight pullback here in the shorter term, basically reduced bullish momentum over the next 1 to 2 days or so. But once again, it is important to understand that this is just in the shorter term and does not necessarily change the larger trend here on the larger time frames. But anyway, if you want to know how to maximize your profits in crypto, no matter if the price is going to the upside, to the downside, or simply chopping around sideways, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how to make money if the price is either bullish or bearish, and the video in the bottom left shows you how to make money if the price is chopping around sideways. But that's just about everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.